Welcome back to Racing Through Life. This is a podcast hosted by OpenRace, and OpenRace is a real-time virtual running app striving to connect and motivate runners as well as help event organizers increase revenue, reach a larger audience, and provide a more interactive virtual race. We're actually available on the App Store, Apple App Store right now, so go download it, check it out. You won't regret it.
Race your friends, Matt. Great intro. Couldn't have said it better myself. What's going on, guys? This is Racing Through Life, our podcast where we reach out different athletes of endurance sports, athletes of all kinds, track, cross country, trail running, all that good stuff. Great guest today, a little entrepreneur to Jarret Eaton. He is a 60 and 110 meter hurdles. He's training for the 2021 upcoming Olympics. Currently based in Arizona, training hard, working hard, and great interview today. I'm excited.
Awesome. Let's bring him on.
Awesome. Welcome, Jarret. What's going on?
How are you, man?
I'm Christian, Matt. So this is our podcast, Racing Through Life. So basically, we just reach out to different athletes in the sports endurance role, cross country, track athletes as well. And we love hearing kind of about your stories, like on the track, but as well as like outside of the track, what you like to do every day-to-day life, the side projects you got going on. I know you got a few, so we're really interested and excited to get you on here. Kind of where are you calling from today?
Phoenix, Arizona.
Great weather there, eh?
Yeah, beautiful. It was a little cold today. It was 60, 69. So
what is that?
That's hot.
Is that like 20 degrees for us? What is that? Is that like really warm?
Oh, Celsius, geez. You asked too much math.
Yeah,
I don't know how to convert that, but it's not. It's not.
Yeah, we're at. I think we had
1 degree.
1 degrees today,
Celsius.
freezing because we're in Toronto, Canada. So we're getting to winter now, and I'm not looking forward to it. Well, actually, I kind of am. I actually don't mind the winter, but the cold.
Like the transition.
Yeah.
It's like it's cold, but like there's no snow on the ground, so it's like there's nothing to do. But when it gets like there's snow, then we got like snowboarding, pond hockey. So
how's COVID life there in Arizona?
It's difficult. Things are locking down. Restaurants are being a little bit more safe, so no eating. But for the most part, people are trying to cope with it the best they can. People are wearing masks down here, but just kind of dealing with it.
Yeah. Well, did you grow up there?
No, I grew up outside of Philly.
Oh, nice. How was that?
Good. I was nice high school, nice area around there. So. I really like my high school and everything. So
when did you get into running?
When did I get into running? This was about 7th grade, 8th grade.
Okay.
My gym teacher was like, "Hey man, you're over here killing everybody, running these laps and stuff like that." And he's like, "You should join the track team," because I was a football guy, big football. Yep. And he's like, "Yeah, you should join the track team. You're fast." And so I was like, "Yeah, cool. Yeah, that works." And I walked onto the track team and been running track ever since.
What events did you do prior to doing the 60-meter hurdles?
So in high school, I've done high jump, I've done long jump, I've done 400, the 4x1, the 4x4.
Jeez.
I feel like everything under the 800, because that's where you start getting into like I'm a crazy person territory. I did the 400 hurdles though, so I've lost a little. I got a little screws loose in my head, but it'd be pretty crazy to do the 4 hurdles. But,
400 hurdles, jeez.
Yeah.
Are those how far apart are the hurdles in that?
No clue. I just know it's around. I haven't done this since like college, but usually it's like I'm sitting here trying to think of my steps. I was gonna make up a number. I don't know, but it's pretty far. You're getting close to 12, 13 steps in between ride patterns. So however many feet that is.
Would you play? What position did you play in football?
I did. I was a wide receiver and a cornerback. Believe it or not, yeah.
Did you end up stopping football once you started track, or how did that kind of transition go out?
I did. So I got recruited for football.
Nice.
College at a Division II school called Westchester University. It's right outside of Philly.
Awesome.
And I walked onto the track team later, but I played cornerback, and so we played and all that stuff. So I walked onto the track team there, and I was doing really well, excelling, and my high school coach was like, "Hey man, you could probably run Division I if you wanted to. You could transfer." I didn't really understand the whole concept of transferring at the time. Yeah. So he explained that to me, and at the end of the indoor season, I was looking for other colleges to go to by that time. And so outdoor season started, and then I ended up falling into Syracuse, but I had to stop football because I wanted to just give all my focus on one sport. And I have been doing two sports up until, since 7th grade. I've been always doing track and football.
Yeah.
So I just want to, really focus. I wonder how good I could be if I focus just on one, and here I am. So
Did you end up growing up, did you play anything else other than football, or was it always football for you growing up early elementary? Always football? Who's your favorite team?
Eagles, man.
Eagles.
Oh, yeah, that was a bad question. Yeah, bad. Okay.
Tough year for them this year, eh?
Oh, God. Every year. So
Wait, no, but can't they? They can still take the division, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
I think.
I don't know. Everybody sucks in our division, but
Yeah, they're in there because they got the
the
Giants,
Giants
the
and stuff.
Eagles, I think Washington, and there's one I'm missing. I'm missing someone.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty sweet. So then how was the recruitment process for you, like senior year? Did you have quite a bit of schools where you had football, right?
Always football, yeah. But it's kind of tough. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the collegiate system in America, but it's political a little bit. So it's some of the you just have to know other coaches, or they're sending your highlight tapes to other places. Yep. My high school coach wasn't as he didn't have the network that I think could have gone to a better school had he had a better network. But also I wasn't sending my tapes out to all the Division I schools. It was just as a high school kid you don't know what you should be doing.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of recruits come down and look at film, and I could have went to a Division I AA school, but I ended up going to Westchester University, which is one of the top Division II schools, and we were really, really good.
Nice. So with the transition to Syracuse, what kind of motivated you to just stick to track, and then how was your time at Syracuse?
Yeah. What motivated me was my athletic potential. I think I had a dream and a goal to say, like, look, you always wanted to be at a Division I institution.
Yeah.
Got it here. So let's just focus in on one thing. Let's focus in just on track. And my time at Syracuse was, I'm trying to think of a couple words to put it in, but it was nothing short of just amazing. I had tremendous growth as an athlete and as a human being at that school. I learned so much. It's crazy that 4 years can just teach you so many things.
Yeah, 100%.
Jeez, man, it's just so crazy. But no, I'm very thankful for my time at Syracuse, and Syracuse has given me a lot in return. So,
how was the transition competition-wise and like training, getting there to Syracuse? Now you're going all in track. Was it tough at the start and then keeping up with grades in school? How was that whole, I guess, first year in Syracuse? How was that?
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about, I felt like I was a big fish in a small pond. I made Division II Nationals fairly easy, and I placed third. Indoor and out. And so you go from that to struggling to make the conferences and the regionals and the nationals. It's just like a whole nother dynamic to it that you're used to. And so as a sophomore, I'm thankful for having the experience as a freshman. Division II, because that kind of helped my transition in versus freshmen who are just coming in. But I wasn't like the competition, the talent wasn't too new to me.
Got it.
I still was placing third. There was people better than me. But it was just more of those guys, So instead of placing third, I was placing fifth, sixth, into the mix. But no, I had great leadership and upperclassmen when I came there to kind of help show you the ropes and kind of ease that transition into the Division I college scene a little bit easier. So.
Love that.
That's awesome. So during your 4 years there, you made a ton of progression, then ended up winning the national championships. Did you win it in your senior year?
Yeah, that was my senior year, my 5th year senior year.
Nice. That's awesome. How was like the progress, and like how did for you? It probably seemed like you probably didn't see so much progress as like you're doing it every single day. But like if you look back on it, how do you think you progressed over those 4 years to get to that national championship?
Man, tremendously. Like my first year there was a struggle. I'm talking about my sophomore year. My junior year was a little bit better. Progressing with times and understanding, how training is, how to balance in school and
Yeah.
in life and all that other extracurricular stuff.
100%.
And then my senior year, I actually tore my hamstring at
I was just about to ask about injuries.
Yeah, so I tore my hamstring at IC4As, and that kind of ended that. And so I redshirted my what would be senior year, and then came back my redshirt senior year, and then ended up winning that national championship. But it was weird. I didn't think that I was going to run that fast, or run 7.9 at the time. At the time was fast. Now you got collegiate guys running that. So, but no, it was quite an amazing transition up to that point, and I'd been through so many battles, so many losses, so many defeats that I was like a solid warrior. I had gone through my trials and tribulations, and I was ready for that moment. So
Well, two-parter for me. When you got the injury in senior year, how was that? I always ask this because how was that mentally for you, knowing senior year you get that injury? What was that like for you in that whole recovery process? Take me through that.
Yeah, devastating. I mean, you're in shape, you're fit, everything is riding on cloud 9, and then you get an injury like that takes you out. And it's not only is the physical part aspect of it challenging in itself to repair your body, but mentally it always is kind of there. It scars you a little bit, and it's, will I get back to where I was, or can I push it even harder, or will this forever be a hindrance on me? Like these things always are echoing in the back of your mind, and it's kind of scary that you have to overcome two things at once. And that's kind of the part that's not talked a lot about during an injury. I think it is kind of now, because people are a lot more open and willing to talk about mental challenges that athletes have to, but that is, at that time, it was no pun intended, but another hurdle I had to get through.
That was good. No, I completely agree. I always ask, especially with track athletes, because you work so hard. It's like a craft. Every day you wake up and you train your craft, and then there's a lot of injuries. It's hard on the body. So when something like that comes up, I always like to ask about how recovery and stuff like that was. You said you did a lot of extracurriculars at Syracuse. What else did you do outside of schoolwork and track?
Yeah, I joined a fraternity.
Nice.
Earlier in my collegiate career, and with that came, helping community service, things like that, and you're busy with fraternal things, and
love that.
And then doing community service outside of that in school as well, and then college life in general.
Yeah. What'd you study?
I went to school for public health.
Cool. And you're getting an MBA right now, correct me if I'm wrong?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
sorry, go ahead.
I said, no, that's exciting as well.
Yeah, for sure. What frat I know frat, we don't really have a frat life here.
It's not good in Canada. It's really bad.
You guys usually each frat kind of stands for something. Was it a specific frat or this frat? I've heard there's different types.
Yeah, so I would join Phi Beta Sigma fraternity, and it's a service-based fraternity. So it's all about community and building within our community and things like that. So it was really great and a great experience to join the fraternity. And
what was the reason of joining the fraternity? Because it was just it's another thing to your schedule. So I know you're already busy being a student athlete. So what was the reason joining the fraternity? What made you want to get a part of that?
Giving back, I think that was the biggest part, and I wanted to become part of an organization that was a little bit larger than myself, and where they had the same identity and kind of goals and aspirations about community building and things like that, and helping Black men kind of stand up and be celebrated, not celebrated, but help each other, creating as a brotherhood. So I looked into that, and I thought that was a really dope thing that I would like to be a part of. So I ended up joining. And I had a friend who joined the fraternity at my other school at Westchester University. So it was just what? It's kind of calling my name. So
yeah, I feel like a lot of people look at fraternities and they don't know there's actually a lot of good giving back, and it is a really close knit family thing. So I always asking people why'd you join? They all give really similar responses. It's another family and they give back. There's so much care and give back to the community that if you weren't in a frat, you're probably not doing. Do you know what I mean? Like you're not. They just watch. They like no one's doing anything to help. They unless like you're hosting events like on your own time, but like you're probably not. You know what I mean? It's the frats that are like hosting these events. So that's awesome. I love that.
No, it's a much deeper level to what even all frats do. I think there's
Yeah.
just you get that idea, that little
Yeah.
you know, people having crazy wild parties and things like that. But no, it's a lot more to it than it seems.
And you also, was that the reason you started? You have a nonprofit called The Extra Pair. What was the reasoning, creating that? Tell the viewers about that, all about it.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy. Service has always been a part of my life, whether it's been in high school. Was with a camp called Spark the Wave for the longest. And there we taught kids how to become community leaders and run their own service projects in the community. So I did that when I was in my senior year of college or high school as well. So
awesome.
And community service with my grandmom as I grew up. So it's kind of like been that underlying part of me that's always been there. And I ended up creating Extra Pair because I was a coach at my high school in South Carolina.
Nice.
And I realized that some of my kids were coming to school or to practice in their school shoes, and when you tell them, hey, like you can't run in Chucks, you can't run in Jordans, they're coming to practice in these shoes, and I'm sitting there telling them, and I know you got to get some running shoes. And then a week would go by, and then 2 weeks would go by, and at some point I realized that it wasn't them not listening to me, it was them not being able to afford another pair of shoes. So I said, okay, no, this is my time to step in. I can do something about it. So I ended up helping them and buying some shoes for the kids that I could. And I go off into the indoor season, and I'm racing, having conversations with some of my friends, and they're like, I got all these shoes, Nike sends me X amount of shoes. Closet's full. I'm like, okay, well, would you mind donating those to me? Because I think I could find a nice home for them. And they're like, yeah. So I said, okay, Indoor USA's, let's like bring an extra pair of running shoes for some kids. So I found a high school out in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and a lot of people participated in bringing shoes with them, just an extra pair. That's where the name came from, an extra pair of shoes. And we ended up donating 56 pairs of running shoes to that high school. And USA Track and Field had donated some stuff as well, and they gave us tickets for some of the kids to come to watch the track meet as well. So it was just a great event that people loved, and I was like, you know what, this is something that I think I can continue on, because it's not just the problem that my high school was having, it's not a problem that just Albuquerque, New Mexico was having. I think it's a national problem. So I said, I could maybe make this into an organization, and made it a 501c3, and here we are today. So
that's amazing. Wow.
Seriously.
Good for you. You don't see a lot of people kind of like going out of their way to do that and give back, and especially at such a young age that you're already doing it, and you started it even earlier, which is amazing. So where do you kind of see that going? Like, you kind of just working on that on the side? They're still running that like daily, or how's that kind of look?
Yeah, it's difficult.
I bet.
An organization is difficult. And I think that also is some of the reason why I wanted to become or getting my MBA is I want to learn how to run a successful business. So I would love to see this grow into an organization that's sustainable and is kind of doing multiple events per year. Right now, I've attached myself, and USA Track and Field has been a great partner in this, to USA Track and Field. So in tandem with the championships, because it was so easy for athletes to come and bring shoes, we'd have an event. So I like to get to a point where, one, we're not able to solely rely on the fact that, professional athletes giving shoes, and that we can have and host our own events outside of track and field. And then also, I think it's nice to bring running shoes, but I think other sports as well could benefit from it, as well. Specific cleats and tennis shoes and specific track spikes as well. So I'd like to help more sports than just track and field, but and we'll get there though. But it's just a process at the moment. So
I mean, you got a lot on your plate because you also started a gaming and vlog channel. Is that, correct me if I'm wrong? So how did that start?
Yeah, literally a couple weeks ago. So.
Oh wow, so that's like new project.
Yeah, new project. And so I've got a teammate out here, Mitch Modin,
Okay, cool.
and he's vlogging daily, and he's just like, yeah, you should get into it. And I've heard other people say about, try to get into vlogging as well. You
Yep.
in this story, you try to say it, share it. And yeah, I was just like, you know what, one day, let's go. Like, I've been thinking about it for so long, you might as well just pull the plug or pull the trigger and go for it. So I started the vlog to kind of document this year of track and field. We got COVID
Awesome.
on, and also see how things have changed with travel and these track meets. And I just wanted to mainly share my experiences within track to like my close family and friends. And so this is my way of doing it, by making a vlog out of it. And I got my roommate here, Freddie Crinton. He's really big into cinematography and stuff like
Nice.
that. I'm just surrounded by so many people who are like pushing this, creative idea on me, and it just rubbed off. And I was like, let's do it. And then the gaming thing, we're play a lot of video games as a professional athlete. Sometimes you get some time, and we're all very competitive. So we're just looking for other avenues to be competitive against each other.
True.
And yeah, it's just, why not?
What do you play for the gaming? What do you play?
Yeah, so my main game is Apex Legends right now.
Nice.
And, play a little bit of Call of Duty, just because everybody does. So
yeah,
but main one is Apex. Yeah.
So then with the vlog, is there a specific, you're just showing kind of, I guess I'm assuming you're training up to the Olympics, correct? So you're showing that whole process leading up?
Yeah. I want to explore that process, but also I want to be a little different in that I want to be more engaging, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yep. I would like to interact with the people who are watching it,
Yep.
Tailor some of my content towards maybe hurdle drills or a specific workout or, abs, things that I do behind the scenes, my diet, kind of dive into more personal things. I think there are more people who are more open, and I think this is my way to say, hey, this is what I'm doing, and kind of get to know me a little bit.
100%.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
So is this kind of also like you're trying to grow like your personal brand as well?
I was just about to say.
Yeah, and it is, as you can tell, I'm unsponsored at the moment, so I don't have any sponsorship deals for me, but it is an avenue, but it's not the main reason or the purpose. I know that something maybe could happen, but I don't want to get too focused or caught up on that. So yeah,
I think a good way to kind of improve your growth and get more like viewers and stuff to YouTube is through TikTok. If you've used it or have seen people using it or watch it, such good organic growth there. Like we have an OpenRace channel that like the first fourth video on our channel got like 1.4 million views. And
a very underrated platform that a lot of people shoot down,
because the type of content, but you can create your own content. Like it's mainly like dancing and all that.
And you have a good niche.
Exactly.
So you would directly hit like that track and field hurdles like aspect. And even for your gaming, I see gaming TikToks accounts all the time. If you took time, I know like you are busy, but if you took a little time to post one a day,
your
growth on there is a lot
very good because you're gaining. It's free eyes. At the end of the day, it's just the For You page is free. Like it's just people can see, and if people like it, it's gonna go to more eyes. So
that's your YouTube in there as well, and
explore into that a lot more. Yeah, thank you for that.
Hey man, I like it.
It'd be good too for like extra pair as well.
Yeah.
Because people love those like initiatives on TikTok.
Love it.
A good there's some like, oh, I built like a business in 6 months or something, and like people blow those videos up.
And they like story tell, and this is how we did it, and then they talk about like how they came from an idea to like where it is today. It could be like a
if you gave like a quick rundown like you just did of us with extra pair,
that would
blow
views,
up.
Million views. That story about you, how you were coaching kids, and then you realized they couldn't afford fees, and then you got your athletes to send some shoes. They would love that. It's beautiful.
I'll see y'all on TikTok pretty soon then.
On OpenRace, we're pretty small. Right? Well, actually, we're not like
17K. Yeah, but if you ever need like help or anything or want some advice on like how to create the videos, we're here.
Yeah.
Shoot us a DM.
Big fan of TikTok. Not gonna lie, I'm a big fan of TikTok.
It's great.
Great
It's
app.
honestly great.
Great app.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we'll take it back to kind of running a bit too. That was a great segue. But your professional career so far, the 2016-2018, you did the 60-meter hurdles at the
USA Track and Field Championships.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Tell us how kind of that went and how it kind of leads into your plans for the
Future.
Olympics as well in future.
Yeah. So winning the USA Track and Field Indoor Championships was huge. I think becoming a national champion is important. And it's one of the things that you're trying to knock off your list of things to accomplish, work your way up to those greater goals.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a great, entryway. The 60-meter hurdles are my strength, and played into my strength. And I was able to get a silver medal at the World Indoor Championships as well. So that was in 2018, and really kind of just, like I said, kind of just walking up the I've done this, I've done this, I've done that. Let's keep progressing with the career. And I think it gives me a lot of international experience. It gives me a lot of experience and pressure, or racing under pressure. That a lot of people sometimes don't get until they're in that situation.
Very true.
I think that comes with just being a veteran in itself, and going through all of these different races and championships and stuff. But I think it sets me up nicely for trying to make the Olympics this year for the Team USA as we go into the Olympic trials, because it's going to be fairly difficult for anybody to be top three. And I think there's every year there's going to be a new contender who's going to run 13-1 or better, and just add their name to that long list of why the United States are so dominant in the 110 hurdles. So trying to add my name this year, and I think everything that I've gone through in the past kind of leads up to that, and especially which is why I'm here in Phoenix, Arizona, to give myself the best chance.
I was just going to say, because you talk about the mental side of things, I think for track athletes especially, not so like cross country, but track athletes especially, races are so fast, right? It's literally less than a minute, less than 20 seconds, depending on your event. How mental, like when you actually you train so hard, like for that one moment, have you seen, like just from your experience being in the industry, people, even in the NCAAs, people not under the pressure, like it gets to them, like it's hard, like you got to literally like surround out like the noise and just focus on the run. Any I guess tips for anyone listening that is in the track world to how to kind of block the noise and just focus in that moment and give it your all? Any tips there?
Yeah, I think it all starts at practice for me.
Okay.
I see a lot of people who can't handle that stress, but never have practice in it. And so I just take football, for example. When football players are practicing and they're about to go to a game, they practice with loud noises, right? And there's a lot of stimuli. And they're anticipating the crowd affecting them, right? And that high pressure. We as track athletes sometimes don't put ourselves in that training environment. So
good point.
It's if you're not going to get it through experience by racing, then you have to try to kind of recreate that in your practices to make it, so that you're not as a total shock, and even just going through rounds at championships, that's sometimes new for people to go through 3-4 rounds in a championship. But that's just something you have to do, and it's something you have to train for. So my advice would be try to train for it at practice, whether it be have more race simulation things in, with people in your group, or create a situation where it's a little bit higher pressure, where your coach says, hey, look, we got 2 reps. Either you hit the time on these 2 reps or practice is done, and it kind of makes you, all right, now I got to dial in. I only get 2 chances at this. It's not like I have 4 or 5, like normal practice, but you kind of train that, and the only way to do it is through reps and experience. So
good answer.
Great answer. I wanted to kind of touch on, you said 110 hurdles. Do they not have the 60 meter at the Olympics?
Nope, just the 110 meters outdoors.
So
do you train differently then for both, or is it just like a long kind of 40 meters extra?
One helps you for the other. So the 60 meters can help you with the beginning stage of your race, but then there's an additional 5 hurdles in the 110. So it's just 60 meters plus 50 more.
Yeah.
And, but the training is identical. Everything just gets a little bit longer, and you work different rhythms. And I gotta explain this. Like, it's just everything is just a little bit longer. So yeah.
What's your workout split for people wondering at home? I guess number of times in the, I guess, weight training, and then I'm assuming running nearly every day of the week. So what's your workout split look like?
Yeah. So we'll run something hard on Monday. 300s, 450s, 350. That's death day, and then we come back and we'll hurdle. And Wednesdays is usually active recovery, so times 200, type deal, minute rest in between, get the heart rate going. And Thursday we'll hit a long hurdle day. Fridays is usually our speed endurance day. Because fall we're not at that point, so we're doing a little bit more anaerobic stuff, and then Saturday hills, and then Sunday off, and then we repeat the week. So we'll lift 3 times a week, usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we'll do a body circuit on Wednesday in addition to that kind of recovery stuff. So we're lifting heavy power clean weights twice a week. And then a body circuit, and we're doing abs and push-ups. All the smaller things are kind of on our own.
Nice.
There as little circuits throughout the week, but we're easily getting in 300, 400, 500 abs a day, and then 100 push-ups, close to 100 push-ups a day. I think it's just
love that.
It sounds a lot. It's not y'all's faces but it's really not. You have 24 hours to do it, right?
That's true.
That's a good point.
So we'll 200 or 50 crunches is not hard at all, and so it takes 30 seconds, and so there's about 3 minutes, 4 minutes twice a day to get 400 abs in, and then you do 50 push-ups in the morning, 50 push-ups at night. Yeah, and I also sprinkle in a little bit of yoga for me, the body loose and kind of pliable. So I think it really helped me out in the past, that it's something I got away from previous years in the last couple of years, but really wanted to get back to honing in that yoga and that core. Because you'll see like old women, when I used to go to a yoga studio, being able to hold these hard positions, and I'm right next to them sweating like, I can't do a down dog or this little bird dog position. And
my mom is she's very good. Like, she does yoga quite often, and I went once. I remember it was hot. Have you done hot yoga?
Yeah, I've done it once, but not like the extreme hot. No.
Okay, so my mom would do this hot yoga thing. I never stretch, never would. So she's like, you should come to like a hot yoga class, and like, stupid me, I'm like, yeah, okay, sounds great. So we go. That is the hardest thing I've ever. I literally had to stop, leave. I felt like I was in a yak. Yeah. And my mom's doing like a handstand. I'm like, I can't even. I'm falling at certain points from the sweat on my thing. I was struggling. That was the worst hour of my life. I guarantee. Hot yoga was oh my God.
It's truly amazing, and to watch other people do it so effortlessly.
So effortlessly.
Wow. Yeah, what am I missing here?
I was like, this is stretching. This looks like you're doing a one handstand. Like, what is doing one arm handstand? Yoga is probably one of the most underrated and hardest things in the world, easily.
I sign that. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So what are your kind of like goals, I guess? And I don't want to look too far past the Olympics, because a lot of people are just focused on
the
that.
Olympics,
But if you can, upcoming to the Olympics and then post-Olympics as well, like, what are your kind of goals both on and off the track?
Yeah. So we'll just take it chronologically. So we have World Indoor Championships that's supposed to be in China. We'll see with COVID. Who knows if that's going to go through.
Yep.
But we'll still be ready for that. And then the Olympics, hopefully making this Olympic team.
Yep.
After that, we have the World Outdoor Championships, which is on U.S. soil. So
cool.
I'd love to make that team and represent the United States in Oregon. Like, that would be an amazing, accomplishment, I could have. And then it would be the World outdoor championships or indoor championships again in 2022. So
Okay.
kind of got a lot of championships back to back,
Yeah.
which is great because you're running, you're staying focused, and you're in that rhythm. You're just riding that wave. And then in between, personally, I like to be, updating upgrading my personal projects, along the way.
Yep.
So my successes on the track, I can spread that through all these little side projects and things that I'm doing. And I think it all encompasses the picture of who I am, right? So
Yep.
I love to have success and bring everything along with me and, share my story. So.
That's awesome. I love that. I think you're definitely on the right track.
Yeah.
And you're doing everything that I can kind of just see it. Like you give a persona that of exactly what you're doing as well. Track, doing your the giving back service. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's kind of the end of the podcast. All the questions that we had. We have something that we usually do with all the guests at the end, called a speed round. Fits the kind of whole running track and field vibe. But we got a list of questions here. We're gonna just throw them at you. Give us what you can think of right off the top of your head.
Okay.
And then we'll end it off.
But the last one's a little more like sentimental, so you can take. We always you can take time to answer the last one. So am I starting?
Yeah, go for it.
What's your favorite sport other than track and field?
Football.
Okay, who do you cheer for?
Philly.
Oh yeah, I already asked that. Bad question. Okay.
Bad question.
Bad question.
Favorite food.
Say again.
Favorite food.
Favorite food would have to be, I love everything so much. It's a really hard choice. I love like Chinese food. Love Chinese food. Consistently throughout the week.
So you're gonna love going
to China.
Love going to China then?
Yeah.
Okay.
And see how that is. So.
Favorite ice cream flavor.
Cookies and cream.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I'd say cookies and cream.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Good answer. You're up.
Favorite country visited.
France.
Okay. Favorite movie.
Favorite movie is the movie that I've probably seen the most in my life, which is Forrest Gump.
Okay.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs all the way.
Yeah, seriously, I know. Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Okay.
If you had to travel to one place before you died, where would it be?
I'd have to go to I'd love to go to Africa, somewhere in South Africa.
Okay.
That's just like a must-see. So.
Yeah. Love it. That's a good answer. And this is like the sentimental one. If you could have dinner with one person, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Oh, man. Dead or alive? I think
anyone.
I'd like to have dinner with Barack Obama.
Nice.
Good answer.
Why?
And I think for just a multitude of reasons, but I think first off, he just seems like such a cool guy. Like,
yeah.
The way he talks, everything, he's cool to me. He's so chill, and like, I think a conversation would be like as smooth as it could possibly be. I was trying to debate between him and like Will Smith, but I think Barack Obama, and also some of the monumental things that he has just overcome, like being the first African American person.
Yep.
That in itself is something that I think, I don't know, maybe we don't understand the gravity of it all until it's, later down in the road, but it's like such a huge feat that he accomplished that kind of broke so many glass ceilings by just being himself. And I think just having a conversation with, having dinner with him and sharing ideas, I think that would be, I would be on cloud nine. Yeah,
that'd be awesome. He actually listens to this podcast, so he'll be good. Yeah, Will Smith too also listens, so maybe you'll get dinner with both of them.
Man, I wish.
Well, we're from Philly, so we got that connection.
Let's go. Love it. Awesome. Well, to all the viewers listening, hopefully Obama and Will Smith are in the crowd. Follow Jarret Eaton on YouTube, hopefully TikTok soon, and check out extrapair.org. Great cause there. And we'll definitely stay in touch. We wish you all the best in your track and field and preparing for the Olympics and the World Championships as well. So good luck, and thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Awesome. Thanks, Jarret. Have a good one.
Have a great weekend.
Wow. See ya.